the first ball is a good one. It's in the channel. That's a full delivery, a bit slower. It's been driven through the covers. That's a great shot. That is a wonderful shot.
That's taken an edge. I could hear that from a mile away. That one took an edge. It certainly did, as Kassim Anwar has the last laugh against Zishan Sarwar. That ball was just tailing away from him, and he decided to poke at it, and he's nicked it straight through to the keeper. So an early breakthrough for the Black Caps as they're on top to start the final.
And that's full as well and driven through extra cover. That no point chasing that, lads. That has gone all the way to the boundary. 4-4. There we go.
Certainly can if he's going to clean up Mehran Khan. What a brilliant ball. We said he'd go for short balls and Yorkers. That's the first Yorker of the over, and that is one of the biggest Yorkers he will ever bowl in his career. He has bowled out the danger man, Mehran Khan, and the Black Caps are on top. Well played by Mohammad Hussain. Is this going to go for a 4? It looks like it will. Anwar went short on that occasion, but Mohammad Hussain looked at it really well and picked out the gap. 4 more runs for the Mouflons.
Well, that's a better ball, but just outside off and well played, and it's beaten the man there at point, and he's running down to the boundary.
It's a wider delivery, and it's struck beautifully by Minhas Khan. Was a bit too short and wide, and he's punished him for his first boundary of this innings. Well played there by Minhas Khan.
That is well played as well by the Prez. He's struck that beautifully square of the wicket, and that's another boundary. 2 days off for this one. Well, that's ready to go and grow an olive tree, because that has flown all the way over mid-off, and that is a big, big 6. As that one is lifted up, 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 and away. That is a big 6. There it is. Beautiful shot. Someone attacks the stumps. He's bowled him. Yes, he's gone. That is out. The Prez has been dismissed from office. He has been bowled all over the place. Those bails well and truly in. That one's on the stumps, been hit in the air. It might be caught here. There's a man standing under it, but he's going to have to be 12 foot tall, because that one just kept going up, up, up and away. That's another big 6.
You certainly would. You need Joel Garner standing on top of Joel Garner to catch that one. That was brilliantly played by Minhas Khan, who's got this wonderful whip action with his bottom hand.
This has been lifted off a leg stump by Singh, and that's going to beat the fielder as well. That's another boundary. Very important one for the Mouflons. The fielder. Someone's short and outside off, and it's been whipped away, and that is also going up, 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 up and away. That's a big 6 as well. Minhas Khan, he moves to 38.
This one's nicely struck by Gursevic Singh. Is it going to clear the fielder? It certainly will. All Resham Singh can do is watch and see the ball sail over his head. That's gone for a 6, so a brilliant over for the Cyprus Mouflons. This one's high up into the night sky. Should be a catching opportunity. Will someone get underneath it? And it's just slipped out of Akhtar's hands.
It's a slower ball this time, and it gets the bottom edge, and that is running away to the boundary for 4 as well.
This one struck high up in the air, and really they're struggling to time Resham Singh, and once again Akhtar is running to it, but a similar outcome as, well, nothing is sticking off Resham Singh's bowling. He must be wondering what is wrong with his luck, as he absolutely slams the ball onto the turf in anger.
Here it is. It's another slower attempted Yorker, but it gets it a bit wrong, and it's beaten the fielder as well. Oh, that is so cruel for Pinto. Resham Singh just bowled such a great over there, and everything went against him. He got under edges, he got drop catches, and when he finally gets one wrong, not only does it go to the fielder, but it goes through his hands and across the boundary for 4. So that is the end of the innings for the Mouflons.
Black Caps are very top heavy, and the Mouflons have a great opening bowler. Let's see how it goes. Nice first ball there by Murtaza Yamin, and it's well played by Waqas Akhtar. I think he took some pace off that delivery. That wasn't a full steam for Murtaza Yamin, and it's a single.
That's about it outside the ring. And that's not going to be got to by anyone, no matter how quick you are. Sevak Singh couldn't even reach that. That's gone across the boundary for 4.
This one goes straighter, and he's just smoked it. Absolutely smoked it. It goes straight over the camera tower and into the olive groves for the first 6 of the innings. And Ataullah is cooking to start this one.
Gee, that could be the biggest shot we've seen yet. That was absolutely huge. So that's where he was trying to get it, but he's evaded him. And that has been hit again. Consecutive boundaries.
This one's taken an edge and goes straight to Minhas Khan. Well, he certainly has. He's spent a year waiting for this moment again. And he's back here, and he gets the wicket of the very first ball. The wicket of Waqas Akhtar, the man who's been on an absolute roll throughout this tournament. And he has to depart, having made just 6 runs. It's game on for the Muflons.
And he has used those shoulders to hoist that down. He's going to beat the man at mid-off as well. And that is another 4.
This time he goes wider. Has it taken a bit of an edge? It certainly has, but it will take 1 bounce before the boundary rope. I think that's going to be a 4, and that's exactly what the umpire signals. But Ataullah is looking absolutely menacing, and he doesn't care that Waqas Akhtar's gone. He's saying, I can win this by myself.
Yamin coming in to start his second over, and he's been given, yes, attacking the pads. Getting that edge, and he is just so wrapped. The experienced campaigner Yamin, that is a big wicket. Well, Ashish Bam wanted to go Bam, but in the end, he is the one who had to start departing the scene.
It was a fuller delivery. It's high up in the air. It's going to drop in no man's land. And it's a very tentative way to get off the mark for Qasim Anwar, and he might have been in some trouble if Zishan Sarwar had been able to hold on to that one.
Yeah, that was Scott Austin's throw there. And there's another good ball, but it gets a big, thick edge, and there might be enough on it to run over the boundary. Yes, there is.
This one's a bigger shot. This one's much more cleanly hit, and I think this one will go the distance. It's a clean 6 for Qasim Anwar, who hits a beautiful shot, and that's just what the Black Caps needed, and they're putting some serious pressure on the Muflons now. What an end to that over. Oh, this one's cleanly struck by Qasim Anwar. Is it going to go straight to Sufyan? It looks like it has. Is that Sufyan? It certainly is. And look at that roar by the Muflons. They clearly know what a big moment this is. They've got the dangerous Qasim Anwar out, and now are they on the front foot? Are they just ahead? He held on to his nerve there, Abu Sufyan, and he held on to the catch as Qasim Anwar slams his bat in disgust. He knows he's missed out on a big opportunity. He has to depart, having made just 5 runs, and the Muflons have picked up their first wicket. Once again, it's Lakhwinder Singh making the impact.
Oh, he's bowled him. Unbelievable stuff from Singh. Well, that button, even if he's only got 1, it wasn't working at all. The controller was disconnected, because that has veered towards the leg side, thought it'd be a wide, and then it has cut back in and taken off leg and middle. Unbelievable stuff there from Singh. Beautiful. He really made that Singh. That was outstanding bowling.
And let's see how this one goes. Can he pick up a hat-trick in the final? We've seen 1 hat-trick already so far this tournament. Will there be a second? Oh, almost, that very nearly could have gotten a tickle off the bat, and Pawandeep lives to fight another day. Not the sort of ball you want to face first up. And this is played brilliantly by Ataullah once again. It's a bit of deja vu for Waqar Ali. He clubbed him for 21 runs in the first over, and now he starts the second with a 6, and once again it's Ataullah who's terrorizing him. He went a bit too far here, was short and wide, and Ataullah freed his hands and spanked this over point for 6.
Yeah, it certainly is, and that's exactly what he is saying to them again as he smokes that all the way over. That's another 6. So consecutive wickets. Now we get consecutive 6s, and what an outstanding response from Ataullah.
You can certainly see that in this over. This one's hit once again by Otola. It's going square of the wicket. Is it going to go over the fielder's head? It certainly won't. And that is one of the biggest catches Scott Austin will ever take. He's snaffled Otola, and now the Mufflons are thoroughly in front. He tosses his bat in the air. Otola, he knows that that might mean that he has just put the game away. And now the Mufflons are in the front seat, and it's going to take something special for the Black Caps to win it from here.
It's going to take something pretty special, and that's exactly what Ndani goes for. But there's something else special, and that's Gurdeep Sharma running in and taking another fine catch from mid-off, and that is the next wicket to fall. They are now 6 down, and that is a huge, huge result. And he tries to do something for his team, but he lifts it straight to Stone Cold himself. The old one-handed catch by Scott Austin. And that was just an unbelievable piece of fielding. One is hoisted away. Not a bad shot in the end of the day, but it finds that man there. Fielding much closer at square leg. He throws it at the stumps. It misses. They get an overthrow. So that's one way to get off the mark for Farouk. Someone's straighter and hit right in the air. And Sufyan, well, he could have wrapped up the nomination there if he'd taken another blinder. And he's been played off the stumps, and they don't care what happens to it. It's gone to the boundary. Minas Khan, well, he's never going to give up, is he? But nonetheless, goes for a 4. It's a bit of a consolation prize. And here they come into the middle of the pitch. And look at the happy scenes we've got going in here. They have won a trophy, the Mufflons. They don't always do it. They're so often the bridesmaid here in Cyprus. But this time, well, they are the main show, and they can be extremely proud of that effort. Solid contributions across the board, and they are the champions. Once they just go through the formalities of their ritualistic celebration, don't get to pull it off very often, but tonight is their night.